This is Brian, ScreenFiles.com in review, and what I'm looking at today is 2022's X, directed by Ty West. And this is a movie that I wanted to like a lot more than I actually did. I don't really understand it. And that's not to say I don't understand what's going on in the movie. I don't understand why it works the way it works. It was written and directed by Ty West, something he often does. And his writing is competent. He can write. But I don't know why he writes, because nothing seems very engaging that he writes. As I mentioned, he's written many of the movies that he's directed. And there's this nature to them that I find particularly uninvolving. And it's generally confusing because, as I said, I don't know why he chooses to write. And it just doesn't feel like things click in the way they should. And X is a prime example of that. If you look at the poster, you would assume that Mia Goth is the antagonist of the story. And technically she is, because she plays a dual role. But taken literally, she is not. And yet she's depicted on the poster holding an axe. She is not, well, once again, dual role, though she is not the killer of the story. And in fact, she's the final girl, which is fine in and of itself, but you don't promote the movie with that. I get the feeling that West likes Mia Goth as an actress, I assume, and he just put her front and center, and she shouldn't have been front and center of this movie. It is an ensemble cast, and while everyone is killed except for Mia Goth's character, the movie does not revolve around her. She is one of many, and the way she's put forward, I think, does the movie a disservice because it's not her story. And speaking of the story, X revolves around a bunch of young people who are making a porno movie. They arrange to make one at this old barn on this farmer's land. This farmer is a murderer, and his wife is a very old nymphomaniac. And it seems that they can't accept this fact. And by the way, I should mention also, he can't sleep with her because he has a heart condition. So they can't accept this aspect of their nature. So what happens is that the farmer and his wife kill people who visit their farm. This is implied to be an ongoing thing because Mia Goth's character finds a vehicle in the swamp, implying strongly that other people are murdered and they've been getting rid of their cars in this manner. In any case, this couple are killers. This is more their story than Maxine or Mia Goth's. And I wish it had been promoted in that way. As I said, it feels somewhat deceptive for reasons that are beyond me. And another thing is that X is the first movie in a trilogy revolving around Mia Goth's character. How? Once again, she was the final girl in X. Would a sequel mean that, I think the next movie is called Maxine with multiple X's? Way too many X's. Because, as I mentioned before, Maxine Mia Goth, is the only survivor of what happened on that farm. And the sequels will revolve around her goal to become a Hollywood actress. And I think one is even a musical, for Christ's sakes. Though, once again, she is not the killer in X. And in fact, the only person she kills is someone who deserved to die. So, what is the basis of these sequels? Has she become a killer now? Why has she become a killer? Because she was pretty sane the entire movie. This doesn't make any sense to me. And as I said, it's deeply unsatisfying as a movie, knowing that there are 2 more movies in the pipeline based on this character. And I don't want to imply for a moment that Mia Goth isn't a good actress. She is quite good at what she does. Though the story, it all comes down to the story by Ty West. And it's written in such a manner and it's promoted in such a way that none of this sinks for me. As I said, I really wanted to like X. The same way, incidentally, I really wanted to like House of the Devil. I didn't mind it, but it's almost as if Ty West underwrites and overwrites at the same time. It's very strange, though that also was not really satisfying. Will I see Maxine if it turns up? Maybe, but my expectations are low because I just don't understand what Ty West is doing. Now, what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Review. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow.